Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're stepping away from our usual analysis to really dig into well, a deeply unsettling personal story.
Yeah, it's a case study, really. Shocking, too. It combines this cold calculation with sheer greed and, honestly, desperation.
And it all unfolds in this small Egyptian village, Minya. A very specific backdrop.
We're focusing on a man the locals called the Nata. It's an Arabic term, quite derogatory.
Meaning what exactly?
It means a dependent man, someone who just refuses to, pull their own weight, prefers to live off others entirely.
And our mission, our deep dive today, is to understand what happens when someone like that, whose whole identity is built on dependency,
Sees that source, maybe a marriage, a deal, vanish. It led to something truly catastrophic here.
we want to trace how a calculated marriage, basically a transaction for wealth, spirals into murder, just to escape debt.
It's a chilling path.
Okay, let's jump right into the critical moment. It's 5:00 a.m. Picture this rental apartment in Minya. It's quiet. Early morning.
Very quiet, except for, the breathing. Two people sleeping, one wide awake. That's Ahmed, the Nata.
And he's waiting, right, listening for his wife, Iman, to fall properly asleep. She was drugged, wasn't she?
That's what the facts suggest. His plan was incredibly precise,
Yeah.
almost robotic.
Get the knife at 5 a.m. Kill her. Cover the body.
Right. Then leave for work at 6 a.m. like nothing happened. He taught at a local school.
And the plan was to discover her body later, like 4 p.m.
Exactly. Establish that perfect alibi, steer suspicion away. Calculated.
The act itself, it was brutal. The details are grim.
They are multiple stab wounds, and her throat was fully slit. A complete slaughter, as the source described it.
And then he just covered over the body.
Covered her, and their daughter, just 2 months old, was right there in the crib nearby.
He executed the core plan. But then, the unexpected.
Always the unexpected, isn't it? 6 a.m., the doorbell rings.
Who was it?
Iman's mother, his mother-in-law, unannounced.
Oh, wow. Talk about a wrench in the works. His perfect timing just shattered.
Instantly threatened. He had to think fast.
Yeah.
Pure, cold reaction.
What did he do?
He relied on two things, apparently. Her age, and the fact her eyesight wasn't great.
So he just made sure the body was covered properly.
Quickly, yes. Met her at the door and delivered this huge lie.
Which was?
That Iman had gone out really early. To buy breakfast, he said. Left the baby.
And she bought it.
For the moment, unbelievably, yes. She was concerned, maybe, but maybe knew her daughter could be difficult sometimes. She took the baby to look for Iman.
And Ahmed.
He just went to work, as planned, walked out the door.
Incredible nerve. But the clock was ticking faster than he thought.
Definitely. By noon, 12:00 p.m., the mother-in-law knew something was deeply wrong.
I mean, leaving a 2-month-old for hours just for breakfast, it doesn't add up.
Exactly. So she filed a missing person report, and because of the infant, the police treated it with extreme urgency.
So they started investigating immediately, long before his planned 4 p.m. discovery.
Way ahead of schedule. His plan was already falling apart.
The crime failed quickly. But the mindset behind it, that goes way back. We need to understand this guy, the Nata.
Right. Let's rewind. Back to around 2004, Ahmed. He's a college graduate, Dar al-Ulum, a teacher.
So educated, articulate.
Very much so. Apparently quite eloquent. Could easily fool people,
But his main goal in life wasn't teaching, was it?
Not even close. His sole ambition, and he was open about this, was to marry rich. Find a woman who'd support him completely. No work needed.
Where did he even get that idea?
He was inspired, apparently, by a friend who'd done something similar. Married wealthy, defrauded her, took her property.
He saw that as success, as a goal.
It seems so. He saw that fraudster as a role model, a path to follow.
That's warped. So this ruled his decisions, even in relationships.
Completely. When he was 27, he had a chance to marry a doctor. Educated, beautiful, good family.
Sounds like a great match.
Objectively, yes. But he rejected her. Why?
Let me guess. Not rich enough.
Exactly. She was financially stable, like him, but not wealthy enough to support him entirely. Mutual effort wasn't the dream. Dependency was.
Wow. Rejecting stability for a fantasy, even though he was educated, had a job.
That's the core of the Nata idea, isn't it? It's not about earning, it's about receiving what you feel entitled to.
So when the local rich wife didn't materialize,
He shifted gears. Around age 28, 29. Plan B. Get a high-paying job abroad, maybe Kuwait. Find the rich wife there.
but he needed a way in, right? A connection.
And that's how he targeted Mahmoud, a guy working in Kuwait. Ahmed befriended him specifically for a job referral.
And Mahmoud had a sister?
He did, Iman. She was 28, considered a bit older for marriage in their community. Crucially, though, their deceased father left them a lot. Land, money, inheritance.
So Iman became the target, a wealthy woman. And the Kuwait job was the lure for Ahmed.
Precisely. But here's where it gets interesting. Iman's family, especially her brother Mahmoud, they weren't blind to Ahmed's motives.
They knew he was desperate for money.
Oh, they knew. But they still engaged. They had their own angle. Mahmoud proposed the deal.
What were the terms? It sounds transactional already.
Brutally so. Ahmed marries Iman. He signs a mar, a dowry debt for 60,000 Egyptian pounds.
Okay. 50,000 EGP.
And in return,
He gets the promise of the Kuwait job referral and, importantly, a share in one of Iman's 3 plots of land.
and Ahmed jumped at it.
Instantly. Didn't hesitate, ignored his own parents who strongly advised against it.
Why did they object?
They warned him about Iman's family, said they had a terrible reputation for constant fighting, problems,
Yeah.
just chaos.
But he didn't listen, blinded by the prospect of wealth.
Completely. But the deal started souring almost immediately.
How so?
Mahmoud goes off to Kuwait
Mm-hmm.
and cuts contact. No job referral materializes.
Uh-oh. And Iman?
She moves in temporarily with Ahmed's parents, but almost right away she starts picking fights. Not with them, but with their neighbors.
Was the neighbor? Seemed like a tactic to create tension, force a move. It worked. Ahmed had to separate from his parents. And then, second month, Iman gets pregnant.
So things are moving fast, but not the way Ahmed planned.
Not at all. He starts demanding the land transfer he was promised. That's when Iman seemed to realize, okay, this is what he's really after.
And her reaction.
She escalates the conflict, more fighting, this time maybe more directly involving his parents, too, forcing him to find that rental apartment.
Then she makes her move.
Big time. 3 months into the marriage, she leaves him, moves out, then demands he provide that separate rental apartment.
And if he refuses?
She threatens to sue him for the 60,000 EGP mar he signed, which he couldn't pay. So jail time loomed.
Wow. She knew how to use leverage. The teacher was outplayed.
Cornered. And his reaction to being cornered was, well, it was bizarre.
What did he do?
He tried to flip the script legally. He bought poison.
Oh, no. Don't tell me.
He took it himself, then filed a police report accusing Iman of trying to murder him.
He poisoned himself to frame her. That's insane.
It sounds crazy, right? But it was tactical. He was trying to gain positional strength, as they say.
Meaning?
He figured a serious criminal charge, attempted murder, against her would force her to drop her civil suit for the 60,000 EGP debt. He thought it would paralyze her.
Did it work?
Not a chance. Iman was apparently used to legal fights. She calmly provided an ironclad alibi, and then somehow, maybe through lawyers or contacts, showed the police it was obvious he'd poisoned himself.
So the charge was dropped?
He had to drop it, gained nothing. Actually, he lost.
And Iman didn't stop there, did she?
No, she pressed her advantage. Before she'd even consider returning, she forced him to sign another promissory note, this time for 100,000 EGP.
On top of the 60,000, so now he owes 160,000.
Exactly, 160,000 EGP in debt. And Ahmed, still somehow clinging to this fantasy about the land, about Kuwait, he signed it, got the rental near her family.
So he's isolated, massively in debt, has a child on the way, or just born. This is bad.
It gets worse. The final nail in the coffin for his dependency dream.
What?
After their daughter was born, Iman dropped the bomb. She told him she'd already transferred all 3 plots of land to her brother, Mahmoud.
All of them. Why?
She said it plainly. She didn't trust Ahmed. And furthermore, he was now responsible for all their living expenses.
The deal was completely dead. No land, no Kuwait job, just debt and responsibility.
The absolute opposite of his lifelong goal. The transactional marriage had failed him utterly.
So he looked at the situation. Divorce wasn't an option.
Divorce meant immediate payment of the 160,000 EGP, which meant prison. His identity as the Nata, the dependent one, was facing total obliteration.
And his solution was murder.
In his twisted logic, it seemed the only way out. Eliminate the debt holder, eliminate the problem.
But he needed it to look like something else. He needed an alibi and a scapegoat.
Exactly. And this is where the planning becomes truly dark. He identified the perfect fall guy, his neighbor's son.
The young man with mental disability.
Yes. Defenseless. Easy to frame. He figured if people thought the son did it, the legal consequences wouldn't be severe. The community might just handle it.
How did he try to set this up? It sounds complicated.
Methodical. Cruel. Step 1 involved Iman's chickens on the roof.
What about them?
He poisoned them, then immediately blamed the neighbor and the disabled son, tried to start a big fight.
Did Iman believe him? Did she report it?
She was ready to, but the community stepped in, smoothed things over, prevented a formal police report. So plan A failed.
So he escalated.
Step 2, the goat. Much more serious. He went up to the roof with a knife and slaughtered Iman's goat.
And blamed the neighbor again.
Yes, convinced Iman he heard the neighbor and the son doing it. This time, it was too serious for the community to just mediate.
So she filed a police report.
She did, accusing the neighbor and her son of trespassing and, slaughtering the animal.
So now the son is officially implicated in something violent on their property in police records.
Precisely. The timing was key. The police questioned the neighbors that evening. From about 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., Ahmed made sure he had an alibi, confirmed his story.
So the scapegoat was primed. Now he could proceed with the murder plan for 5 a.m. the next morning.
Knowing the neighbor and son were already flagged, it was all set.
Okay, let's fast forward. The murder happens at 5 a.m. Mother-in-law arrives at 6 a.m. Missing person reported at 12 p.m. Police arrive.
When? Around 2 p.m. at the house, Ahmed gets back from work at 4 p.m., his planned discovery time.
And what does he do when he arrives?
He immediately, apparently without prompting, suggests the neighbor and the son must have been involved, planting the seed.
Okay, and then they go inside.
Yes, the officers enter the apartment. It's dark inside, coming in from the afternoon sun, and Ahmed immediately declares, "I see the body on the bed."
Wait, how could he see that instantly in the dark under a blanket?
That was the slip-up, the fatal error in his otherwise detailed plan. The officers picked up on it immediately. How could he know that so quickly, so confidently?
That raised suspicion. What happened next?
The police, now looking closer, talked to Iman's mother. They quickly learned about the huge debt, the $160,000 EGP lawsuit, and that bizarre fake poisoning charge Ahmed had filed earlier.
The pieces started falling into place for them.
Exactly. Ahmed was calculated, yes, but he wasn't a hardened criminal used to pressure. When they pushed him, even slightly,
He cracked.
he crumbled, confessed everything, the whole story. The obsession with wealth, the transactional marriage, the self-poisoning attempt, framing the neighbor's son, the murder, all of it.
Just laid it all
It's
out.
a whole sordid tale.
And the forensic report confirmed the brutality.
Yes, matched his confession. Multiple stab wounds, throat fully slit.
And the aftermath for Ahmed.
Yeah.
He lost everything he schemed for, didn't he?
Wealth, freedom, respect. His own family disowned him completely over his actions. Total ruin.
It's just a shocking story. The lengths someone will go to. Poisoning himself, planning to frame a disabled person.
All to avoid debt and cling to this warped fantasy of dependency. It really shows the toxic power of that kind of obsession.
When you look at the bigger picture, too, it's not just about Ahmed's greed, is it?
No, it really isn't. You also have to consider Iman's family's role. They knew his character, his motives, but they went ahead with the marriage anyway.
Why? Because she was considered older. They were leveraging her assets in a way.
The sources imply that yes. It suggests the whole arrangement, from both sides, was deeply transactional from the start, built on self-interest, not connection, like a ticking time bomb.
Knowledge is valuable, we always say that, but this seems like a dark example of how self-interest can just destroy everything.
It really does, and it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? Beyond the crime itself. Think about the total cost here.
The financial ruin, the disowned family, Iman's life lost, the child left without parents.
Exactly. What does this whole tragic story tell us really about the true, often hidden price of living a life based purely on dependency and unchecked obsession?
A devastating price, something to definitely think about. We'll see you next time on The Deep Dive.